Before we get into this video, please make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, and please like the video and comment down below your opinion. I know you're gonna have a very strong opinion, either one way or the other in this video. And also in the pinned comment and description is my TikTok. Please go over and follow, and if you do, say you came from the Ethan video so I can give you a shout out. And yeah, on with this video. Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my YouTube channel today and on my video. Okay, so this is going to be a part 2 continuation of what we just talked about, and if you haven't seen the original video, I will link it down below. But basically, Ethan Klein is in really big trouble right now, as are a bunch of the members on the H3 team, minus Sam, Dan, and Love. Now, the reason for this was they were reacting to a clip of a streamer called QT Cinderella talking about the fact that her face is being used on deepfake for a bunch of nude, lewd, corn kind of content against her consent. And there was another streamer who had said that he had bought it and was, you know, kind of promoting it. And basically she was saying that, you know, how wrong this is, how violating this is. It's basically, you know, like online, all these photos of her now naked that aren't even her. They're just like AI deepfake edited. Now, the H3 team decided to cover this because it was a big topic, which I understand. However, I don't understand why they were covering it whenever they kind of have a history of not being the most, I don't know the word to say here, the most professional when it comes to covering serious topics, I guess. And basically, Ethan has issued an apology, which we're going to get to, but for reference, this is what we're dealing with right here. So, QT Cinderella, talking about her experience. We have Ethan down here, and he's laughing. He starts crying because he's laughing so hard. He messages Zach privately saying to play a certain song, which is going to be making fun of her, and it's played and it's made fun of her, and they all laugh at her. And he ends up blaming Zach for it, but then in another clip, he takes credit for actually telling Zach to play it. And then he has to go off screen because he's laughing so much at her. So I'm very interested to see how he gets out of this in his apology. But anyway, this again is what we're dealing with. Like a really traumatizing thing that's happening to her.
Why?
Like already laughing for no reason.
Why? What is going on with you?
So here he's messaging Zach to play the song. And then Zach plays it.
Look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of being seen sexually.
You're a monster, dude.
I mean,
you guys are crazy. Why did you do that?
if you focus on especially Love and Sam's face during this, like we said in the previous video, but also Dan, who's telling them to like wrap it up, everyone else who's like laughing and going crazy, and
Zach, what the fuck, bro?
I mean,
you're evil. You're fucking evil. Dude, what the fuck, bro?
What is going on here?
I'm just speechless, dude.
he's literally crying.
Get it out of your system, because I know it's just...
I mean, I was easy in my last video on Hila, by the way. I was like, oh, like, guilty by association or whatever. I don't want to blame her for it. But, I mean, in watching this back, she's very clearly laughing at this, too. This is just weird.
Yikes. That was insane.
So, anyway...
Yeah.
They're not benefiting, they're not...
It's almost like the funny moment's over, right? But no, they find this funny. Because, look, he starts laughing again.
They're not platforming it themselves. If you were able to look at that...
Wait.
You are the problem. You see women as an object. You should not be okay.
So he's laughing at the video. So if he says in his apology that, you know, it was inappropriate and they were laughing at the song, or they were laughing because it was an awkward moment or an uncomfortable moment or off guard or whatever. No, before we get to the apology, if that's said, we now know that that's bullshit because the moment's over. They're now watching the clip again and he's laughing again at it so much that he has to leave the frame. So if they say that in the apology, like
that.
Anyway.
Then it should not be.
Let me see. So he uploaded What Is Wrong With Me? Apology to QT Cinderella.
Everybody, I wanted to come here and
This is on the Ethan Klein channel, by the way.
The situation with QT Cinderella.
Seems like he does this every couple weeks, right? With like a different topic.
I didn't really have a good opportunity to discuss it on the podcast, and I did want to say something publicly about it. So forgive me for putting it on this channel. I'll probably also talk about it on Thursday and Friday, but I just want to kind of discuss it with you guys. So on Monday's episode, we were covering the news that one of these Twitch streamers got caught.
It's a very different tone this time covering it, isn't it, Ethan? After you get the backlash. Like, this is, I don't know what to say.
For a deep fake subscription for one of his, and featuring some of his colleagues on Twitch. And we were covering that story, and then QT Cinderella put out a video, a very heartfelt, serious video about how deeply this...
Yeah, it was. You don't have to tell us.
Kinds of things have affected her. And during that video, I made the really unfortunate and stupid decision to play this stupid soundbite song of this guy singing chestnuts over an open fire. Obviously, it was very... the problem was then I started laughing while her heartfelt, really serious apology was going on. And clearly, you can imagine that the dichotomy of those two things was not good. It was not good because, one, I actually really respect QT. I think she's a really talented and great creator. I think that the pain she's experiencing is 100% valid. And that's the part that kind of sucks for me the most, is that someone who I'm
obsessed with him talking about it as if someone did something that got Ethan in trouble. Like, I'm obsessed with the way we're talking about it. This is really unfortunate that this happened to me and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Actually really want to support may have felt worse on an already difficult situation because of my careless and very, very inappropriate and gross and stupid behavior, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it's not the first time I've done it. That's what's weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, obviously there's something a little bit off about me, right? Because I always find myself in these situations where I am doing and saying impulsive things that I regret, right? And oftentimes I would even go so far as to say that doesn't really represent how I feel. I mean, obviously I respect and take her very seriously. I just, you know, was really dumb and rude.
Okay, what does this have, like, does this correlate to whenever the moment was over, the song was played, you were watching it as normal with a straight face, and then you randomly start laughing at her again? Like, this is, like, we're not even just talking about you laughing whenever the music was playing. Like, the moment was over, Ela was like, stop laughing, like, get it out of your system, which is weird. Then you start watching it with a straight face again, and then you start laughing again whenever she starts hysterically crying. Like, this is not about, like, this is much deeper than the music. Like, okay.
And careless in that moment. But yeah, it's something that happens a lot, as some of you guys probably know who follow me or are aware of me. And yeah, I don't know why. You know, I've tried to be mindful. I think I've made progress in some areas and some areas not. I've tried to be mindful of these of preventing these kinds of things from not happening. Obviously, the fact that I'm doing a live show makes everything. Like if it was, I mean, listen, if it was recorded, I would obviously erase it, right? That'd be obvious. And if I could take it back, I would. But I can't do that, obviously, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I do these things. And
I don't mean to be a hater, but this is such a weak statement, weak apology, and all the comments are eating it up. Which is fine, you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like YouTubers who've done less have said more, and not being easily, just being like, okay, in the comment section.
It's quite unfortunate. And I understand a lot of people were...
Like, I don't understand this talk about it being unfortunate when it was something you decided to do, and then decided to continue doing. Like, it's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. It's so, like, it's such a, I don't know, it's so, the way this is being said is so weird.
Were offended or thought it was tasteless, and I totally get that, you know. And most of all, though, I apologize. After it happened, I immediately went to Twitter and apologized to Cutie.
Good.
She doesn't have to accept my apology. I don't know if she accepts my apology.
Oy.
But I did apologize to her immediately as the show ended.
Good.
And I also apologized to Ludwig, even though it didn't, you know what I mean? I felt like apologizing to both of them because I respect them both, you know what I mean? And I feel bad that I look like such a psycho, a mean-spirited psycho is what I looked like. A lot of people are trying to give me a lot of people, my wife included, was saying, is this a Tourette's thing? I have Tourette's syndrome. And I don't think it is, right? Like,
okay, let's say that it is a Tourette's thing, right? You messaged people on your team to play the soundbite, and they also chose to play it based on knowing that you would enjoy it to be played. So there was like multiple people involved in this, most of whom do not have Tourette's. Like, if we're basing this just on the soundbite that Zach played because you told him to, and then Dan was aware of it by the time it was played, so it was run through the Discord. It's a team that knew that you would want it played and played it. Like, there were multiple people in that decision. So, alright.
That feels like a cop-out. But I'm trying to understand, why am I like this? And, like, it's just kind of nuts how I keep doing these things. And I keep putting my...
How about we don't make the H3 show live? Let's do, like, the Grammys, which I just finished watching, that lasted 5 hours. Do, like, a 20-minute delay, 10-minute delay, 5-minute delay, 2-minute delay, at least. With the amount of things Dan catches on the spot, give him 2 minutes to work with. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Right? Saying these horrible things. I did not know this, but one of these symptoms of Tourette's... Here, I'll show you this. I was like, fuck, I don't know. I've been thinking about it. People say, maybe it's your Tourette's. And I say, I've always been like, that's a cop-out. There's no way. I'm just crazy. I don't even know how to explain it. But then, so I said, okay. You know, with Tourette's, I've always kind of like buried my head in the sand. I know I have it. But since I was a kid, the more I thought about it, the worse it was. So my strategy of dealing with it was always kind of just to like forget that I have it, or try not to think about it, try not to have a daily presence in my life.
Anyway, sorry. I just, like, wanted to show you something. Can I please show you how cute my bed looks right now? Look at my collection of teddies! Isn't that so cute? Anyway, back to the video.
To try to feel, like, just normal as possible. And for the most part, I do find that strategy worked. But I look up, you know, and one of the top results for symptoms of behavior is compulsive behavior, impulsivity. You know what I mean? Lack of restraint. And these are some of the top...
Are we understanding the argument that this was like a mutual, like, grip decision to, like, laugh and play this thing, whatever. It was sent in the group Discord. Everyone there, including Sam, Olivia, Dan, Love, AB, the other ones. Like, you know what I mean?
Things that are being listed. So
Zach,
I think it's a bit of a cop-out. I don't think that... I think I have control over these things. I feel I do. But I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know. Because I'm not really even sure how to describe it. And obviously, that doesn't absolve me of any...
Listen, I'm not going to speak for him on that. Because it's not my place and I don't have Tourette's. My argument is focusing on the multiple members of the team were involved in the decision to poke fun at this person. So.
Blame, right? Like, I feel it's a cop-out. But maybe, I don't know how else to describe, I don't even know how to explain it. But I'm very sorry to QD. And I do feel horrible and I, support her 100%. And trying to get that stuff removed, the deep fake stuff. And, I offered that I obviously been through a lot of legal stuff and I have great litigators who work on just this type of thing. She mentioned she wanted to sue them in her video. And I told her, and I want her to know that, if she needs resources, I would love to donate. Even if she's open to that, to fund this kind of thing.
Good.
I strongly believe that this whole deepfake thing is like super insane. It might be legal because there's no laws on the book. I don't know the legality of it. It hasn't really been...
I mean, what he's saying right here, is exactly what everyone's opinion originally when we were shown the video, so...
Tested in court that I'm aware. So I think it's a noble and good cause for her to do that.
Yes.
And it could actually make a difference if she were able to get like some kind of law about doing deep fakes of real people like that. So
yeah, so what you're saying is, handling a serious topic with, serious actions, which is what we were all saying in the comment section. I
just want to apologize to everybody and especially to Cutie, who I respect and actually think very highly of. And I'm very sorry, guys, and we'll continue to try to do better and be more mindful going forward.
All right. I mean, it's the bare minimum to apologize, so I was gonna say, good that he apologized, but I mean, that's the bare minimum whenever you do that. I just think, like, how many things is it going to take for, like, a member of the H3 team to, like, forcefully put a delay on the show? Like, how many things within the past couple months, past year, have they, gotten in trouble for with things that Ethan has said, things that other members have said on, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know why they wouldn't just implement. It really doesn't change the show at all. A 60-second delay to, stop, the stream, edit things out. The way, award shows have the bleepers, 60-second delay, 2-minute delay. I just don't know why they're not doing that at this stage. If they want to hide their, weird behavior, then that's the way to do it. I don't know, muckers. Let me know your opinion. We'll talk about it down below. I appreciate you being here. Bye. Mwah.